It's time now for Carter's Corner. Everything Bay Area sports on the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Here is your host, Carter Kim.
Welcome to the best month of the year, October, baby. Hey, what is up? I am Carter Kim here at Carter's Corner on Northern Lights Entertainment. I am Carter Kim. And yes, the Astros lost today and the D-backs lost. The baseball gods hate me apparently, but hey, I'm here today. I'm here to talk to you guys about whatever. And I'm currently watching the game between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles, and it is in a dead heat. And so is the game over in Milwaukee between the Mets and the Brewers. I mean, we have some great postseason baseball so far. We found out who the Braves will have pitched their first game versus the Padres. It will be AJ Smith-Shawver. AJ Smith-Shawver, something like that. He's a great player. He looks good. He's only pitched one game, though, so I'm a little worried for the kid. I mean, we'll see. We will see how this goes because the Braves are also up against the wall. They're going up against a really good team, too. They're going up against the Padres, who have Michael King ready to go. But you know who played well today? Tarik Skubal, who played out of his absolute mind, tossing 6 scoreless innings, allowing only 1 hit, I believe. Let me just get the box score. Tarik Skubal, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 6 Ks, 88 pitches, 0 earned runs. The Tigers bullpen closes it out. Bo Brisky holds on and gets the save, even though the Astros loaded the bases and played exceptionally well there. But, yeah, that was a good game. It was a tough game, and they won. But right now I'm currently watching the Kansas City versus Baltimore game. Anthony Santander up with 2 men on base with Ursig on the mound after Bubic put 2 men on base. We are looking at a close game right now because Bobby Witt Jr. has driven in a run, but we have to see. Corbin Burnes also got bested. Bobby Witt Jr. makes a play, and he throws him out. Great play from Bobby Witt Jr. And they continue to roll the Royals. I mean, all they would need is 1 more inning, and they're out. But right now, we've already had a fantastic start to October. Along with that, we have Jesse Winker and Mark Vientos having great games over in Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta and Luis Severino aren't doing as great as they should. And, yeah, but for Cole Ragans today against the Baltimore Orioles, he goes 6 innings, 4 hits allowed, and 8 strikeouts with no scored runs. Corbin Burnes goes 8 innings and has only 1 earned run and 3 Ks. I mean, he played well, but it wasn't enough to protect the lead. If they could score 1 or 2 runs, he would be credited with a win. But we are looking at a fantastic postseason so far. It has been great, and that last couple minutes in Houston were really good. It was close, and I honestly thought that Houston was going to pull something off because Jason Hayward hit a line drive to the first baseman. It could have gotten by him, but that was a great game. I mean, it was tense. It was tough. Hey, Morkatna, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. But, yeah, it was just the margins were so tiny in that game. I mean, I'm looking at that game now. Tarik Skubal played a great postseason debut. He shut the Astros bats down, and he played great. And it's just the truth is the Astros just didn't hit in the clutch. They had an opportunity to take it down, and they just couldn't do it. They played well, though. It's just things couldn't go. Postseason ball is freaking excellent. I wish I could watch. I mean, it's awesome, man. Like, I've got it up on my phone right now. I'm watching the Royals versus the Baltimore Orioles. I'll give color commentary a little bit, but it's been fantastic. Top of the 9th, the Baltimore Orioles trying to dig deep and win this game. It is currently 1-0 with the Royals up to bat. Corbin Burnes is pitching still in the 9th inning. He has pitched excellently today. As a line drive is hit into left field by Garcia. It's a base hit. Garcia has also been a great base stealer this year. I mean, Corbin Burnes, he's pitched well today. He's done what he has to do. The problem is he's allowed the one run that could lose them the game. It's just unlucky, if I'm being totally honest, but he's done well. It's just a really unlucky thing for him. I mean, we have the pitching matchups later for the Braves versus the Padres. Michael King and AJ Smith-Shawver. AJSS. I mean, he's from Fort Worth, Texas. He pitched well. I mean, in the outing that he had, if I'm going to check, let me just get his stat line from that game. They win 3-0. He goes four and a third innings with 87 pitches. He doesn't allow a run. He plays well. I'm just wondering, though, in my opinion, if he's going to be able to take on this opportunity as a postseason pitcher. I mean, he's a young guy who's trying to take this on, but it's going to be tough because the postseason is not a forgiving place for pitchers because you're facing better offenses and the best pitchers are always up to bat up. And if they can shut you down, it will be a problem. But it has been a great postseason so far. I mean, Houston gets beat by Detroit because Tarek Skubal was excellent. I mean, along with that, you have great games going on right now between the Mets, Brewers, Royals, and Orioles. It's been great so far. It's just been such a tough one. Framber Valdez got shelled. I'm very surprised at that, actually. I mean, that was such a surprising one. I mean, Valdez played well for most of the season, but he has just not been great in the postseason. Even then, I saw from like stats of his career, he is not a great postseason pitcher, even though he's a great pitcher in general. But tomorrow, it'll be either Yusei Kikuchi or Hunter Brown. And I'm hoping that one of them can win because I need to be correct. I need my validation. But yeah, we shall see how that all goes. I'm still a full-on believer in our friends in Houston, and I'm a believer in our friends in San Diego. I think those teams will do well. It's going to be interesting to see if it can all be put together, especially considering there are these upset alert teams that are looking great. But yeah, all right, back into the action. The Mets and the Braves and the Brewers are playing right now, and Freddie Peralta and Luis Severino are getting shelled. They're in the second. It's the middle of the second inning, and both guys are getting absolutely shelled by the opposition. I mean, it's just not how you play in the postseason, man. But here we go. Aiken up to pitch. He hits a fly ball. Second baseman Westberg gets it. Good play. But yeah, Corbin Burnes has had a great postseason game. He allowed one earned run, but the problem is, and that's usually good enough, but the problem is today it wasn't because Baltimore scored nothing and Kansas City has scored one. I mean, that's just a very unlucky turn of events for Corbin Burnes. Great pitch from Keegan Aiken. That's a strike. One man on, one out. 0-1 count for Bobby Witt Jr. Witt Jr. has had a great game. He drove in the run that has led to the Kansas City lead. And he gets jammed. It is a 0-2 count for Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, it's been an excellent couple games to start the postseason. I mean, I love these games. They were great. But yeah, we'll have to see how it all goes. Tomorrow, the DS is when it's going to get really interesting, in my opinion, but we'll have to see. But yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Junior got absolutely jammed by Aiken. Bobby Witt Jr., 0-2 count, man on base. He takes a pitch up and in. It's a ball. Oh my gosh. Postseason baseball is so awesome. It's just some of the best stuff I've ever watched. All right. Aiken, 1-2 count to Witt Jr. Bobby Witt deals, hits one off his own foot on a foul ball. That's got to hurt. But yeah, that dude has been nothing short of excellent this year. I mean, yeah, he has been great. I absolutely love that. I mean, he has been super good this year. He would probably be MVP this year. The problem is Aaron Judge exists, so that's going to be a problem for him. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Bobby Wood Jr. 1-2 count, man on base. Maikel Garcia ready to steal if things go wrong. Wood Jr. gets dealt to by Aiken. He hits a fly ball into right field, but Santander gets it deep and right. Bobby Wood Jr. goes back to the dugout. I mean, that was a great hit too. I thought it was going to go. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. Hashard all. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting, really interesting one. I mean, this game's going to come down to the wire, in my opinion, if one thing goes wrong. But yeah, Aiken's facing a lefty, Pasquantino, and Pasquantino has not been hitting great today. High fastball to Pasquantino. It's a ball. Chardol, I'm not having anybody on then. But yeah, Pasquantino has been having a great season, but has been injured this month. Chardol, I'm not having anybody on then. Aiken deals. Oh, and tries to pick off Garcia. It's been a great year for Pasquantino, but he got injured later in the season, and it's been tough for him today because he had a broken thumb. He has been good. It's just been unlucky. I don't know, Chardol. I don't know. I'm mostly like flying solo, unless it's like a special day. But yeah, here we go. It's a 2-0 count for Vinny Pasquantino. He has pretty good numbers with runners in scoring position. If Maikel Garcia can get a steal here. Great pitch, though, from Aiken. And he tries to steal, and he's out. No, he's not safe. He's not safe. Not even mildly close to safe. That is out by a mile. Rutschman threw out Garcia. They're checking. That was a fantastic throw. Oh, he actually might be safe. I need to see that again. Great throw. Yeah, he's safe. Call on the field. They're challenging, but he's definitely safe. It was a great throw, too, from Adley Rutschman. It was just a little late. But yeah, over in Milwaukee, it's the end of the second. It has been a crazy turn of events over there. There's no pitching, no defense whatsoever. It's just offense and dingers. Nothing but offense over there. But yeah, it was a great hit. It was a great throw from Adley to try and throw out Garcia. It just did not go well because he was just a little late, and Garcia was able to keep his hand on the bag. Great plays, though. I appreciate it, Chardol. Oh, man. Yeah, call's been confirmed. We have here we go. Pasquantino is up in the box. He has been fantastic this year with runners in scoring position, but he's going up against a lefty in Keegan Aiken. But yeah. All right, Aiken from the windup. He deals. It's just below the zone with a slider. And it is a 3-1 count. Garcia has a good lead at second. 3-1 count. Aiken dealing to the lefty, Pasquantino. He hits a fly ball, and it's foul. All right, 3-2 count. Yeah, I go to college. It has been an incredible day for Bobby Wood Jr. He's been great. It seems to me that Bobby Wood Jr. really understands that he's a big game player, and he has to be. All right, Garcia with a good lead at second. Pasquantino up in the box with a 3-2 count. Aiken from the windup. He deals to Rutschman. Great pitch, but it's a walk. I'm down in Santa Cruz. It's a tough day for Baltimore because they've played super well defensively, just not good enough though in order to win the game. All right, as Brandon Hyde comes out to take out Aiken. All right, let's check back over in Milwaukee. Francisco Lindor up at the plate. Foul ball, four-seam ball. Yeah, Severino and Peralta have been very blah, in my opinion. It's nothing right now, Chardall. I'm not here to talk about what I'm doing outside of here. I'm here to work. But I'm trying to cover this right now. It's political science, by the way. But right now, we are at the top of the ninth. Dominguez is coming in to face Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez has also had a fantastic season. He has played really, really well. The Mets, Milwaukee Brewers, ready to go. They're playing super well right now. I mean, the offenses are playing well. The pitching is awful, but we'll have to see. All right. What did I think of the Posey press conference? He did well. I liked how Posey talked. He was talking the right way. He was doing the right things. I don't know. He's been, again, we'll have to see how he does. He's shown that he can be a great guy when it comes to managing this type of stuff. He's done a good job with the Chapman thing, and that could help us bring in more people. And he's definitely serious about spending money, like a lot of people talked about. But he didn't do anything that was particularly out of the ordinary. He just did what most player of baseball operations guys do. They give a good press conference. They just, give you the basic philosophy about what they're doing, and they try not to make too many promises, which is good. Yeah, and he's not a talker. He's just saying what he needs to say, and he's going to work behind the scenes. But, yeah. All right. So Anthony Dominguez in against the Royals, particularly against Salvador Perez. Dominguez looks in from the stretch to Adley Rutschman. Rutschman deals. And Salvador Perez almost hit Oppo. As of right now, we're looking at a very close game between the Royals and Baltimore. They have two men on, two outs. Salvador Perez hits it into Adley Rutschman. That's going to hurt a little bit. Salvi has always been a great player. He's just had some tough times being on some bad Royals teams after that one World Series that he had. It's been great, though, for him this season working with Bobby and Vinny. He's been great. It's going to be interesting to see how all this goes. I mean, Salvi is he's a great guy. He's a class act. I like him as a person. He plays super well. He's a great guy. I just like him. I mean, there's nothing to dislike about Salvador Perez. There's nothing at all to dislike about Salvi. I mean, everything he does, the way he acts, he's just a great dude in that way. Pitch from Dominguez. And he swings and misses on the slider. It was a great pitch from Dominguez. And the Orioles will have one last chance with Mountcastle, Rutschman, and Cowser coming up in the order in the bottom of the ninth. We are looking at a close game. It is 1-0. One swing of the bat can change the complexion of the game. All right, and over in Milwaukee, the Mets are beating the Brewers by 1 run. Jesse Winker is having a really good game, even though he's had a rough couple months. Marte got an RBI. Vientos and Alonso managed to get home. I mean, Bryce Terang and Jackson Churio are playing fantastic along with William Contreras. The pitching, though, is very questionable. I don't know, Chardall. I don't know too much about how this is going, so I just got to keep doing what I'm doing right now. But, yeah, here we go. We're waiting for the bottom of the ninth. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. All right. Let's see how everybody's done today. I mean, the Orioles hitting has been absolutely shuttered. They are hitting 5 for 29. That is what they're hitting right now. The Royals aren't doing much better. They're hitting 5 for 29 as well, but the difference is one of those hits led to Bobby Witt Jr. hitting a run in, and that's a big difference maker. All right, we have commercials are taking way too long nowadays, man. Hill, Sale, Hader, Reagans, Skubal. And Cole Reagans has been absolutely fantastic this year. He's going to win. In a few years, Cole Reagans will have a chance to win a Cy Young because he's been absolutely fantastic. I really like the guy. He's got everything going for him right now. He's playing great. He's the ace of a rotation. But here we go. The Orioles have one more chance to try and win this game. Ryan Mountcastle up to the plate against Lucas Erceg. Erceg deals way outside with a slider. Orioles trying to hit with runners in scoring position to win the game. We shall see how all that goes. And it's right down the middle, but he fouls it off because he was late on the fastball. All right, Mountcastle, 1-1 count. Nobody on, no outs. O'Hearn. O'Hearn deals Erceg. It's outside on a changeup. You have to win 2 games. Best of 3, you have to win the most of 3. You win 2. O'Hearn inside. That is a 3-1 count. And yes, a team has to win 2 games first. 3-1 count to O'Hearn. Erceg, a bit of everywhere right now. He has a hitter's count. O'Hearn. Erceg deals from the windup. And he swings at a changeup. That is a really good pitch in that situation because he's looking to try and get the green light. O'Hearn still looking to try and get on base. Erceg trying to close the game out for the Royals. 3-2 count, full. He deals. It is a ball just barely for the Royals. Erceg almost got it. It was a great pitch, just not in the zone. It was barely outside. You'll see the replay. It was so close to being a strike. It was a great pitch. It just did not go. And O'Hearn held up, and now they have the go-ahead. They have the tying run on first base and the go-ahead run at home. Adley Rutschman up against Lucas Erceg. Erceg from the windup. He deals. Oh, wait, no, it is Rutschman. He deals. Rutschman takes that pitch. It's wide and outside. I think if he walks Rutschman here, they're going to bring up a new guy from the bullpen. Yeah, they play a third game, which decides that game. Yeah. That is a changeup. It is a 2-0 count to Rutschman. Erceg is all over the place. If Erceg doesn't figure it out now, they will lose. He has pitched 39 innings without allowing a home run. He's played great. But Rutschman with a 2-0 count, looking to swing. He steps off. Salvador Perez goes to talk to Erceg, trying to calm him down. Right now, one wrong move, then the game is over. So they're going to pitch around Rutschman here and not take too many risks. They'll bring up a lefty in a minute to face Cowser. But Rutschman with a 2-0 count. He's gone 0 for 3 for the day, but he is an incredible hitter. Yeah, but if the Orioles lose game 2 tomorrow, they will be eliminated. Rutschman steps up to the plate. 2-0 count. From the windup, Erceg deals. It's right down the middle with a fastball, 100 miles per hour on the gun. He just threw it right down the middle. I don't think he was that Rutschman was expecting that pitch. Hey, Fozzie, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, that was a fastball up with some ride. Great pitch from Mr. Rutschman, from Mr. Urseg. And now the count is 2-2. Four-seam, change-up, four-seam. A guy called thoughts on where Devontae will get traded to. He'll probably get traded to the Jets are a good option. Oh, that was a good change-up. Okay, the count is still 2-2 to Rutschman. The Jets are a good option. There's probably a lot of teams that would need wide receivers. The Jets probably just because of Aaron Rodgers. We might do something. I don't know if we are going to do that because it's a little risky, but we could try. He's a great player. Then there's other teams like Green Bay might want him back. Oh, and it's a called strike 3. That was a borderline pitch. It was a good pitch too. Rutschman seems a little upset. It was a great pitch. Yeah, that's another good one. Bills or Commanders would be great. I mean, the Bills do have a couple good wide receivers with Shakir and Coleman. They're good. And the Commanders with Terry McLaurin and Devontae Adams, they would have a good 1-2 punch. But yeah, both those teams have the capital. They're looking to get better. And Devontae Adams would give them that. I think out of those two teams, the Bills might be the most likely. I mean, yeah, if Coleman can't separate, yeah, that's fair enough. But, I think most likely the Bills would be the Bills or the Jets, someone from the East. Oh, and that's right down the middle. Colton Cowser has been good this season. He's been good today. I just finished watching Posey's induction press conference. Take away. There's hope after all. Yeah, I agree. Not the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs have everything they need. It depends on if Rashee Rice is injured badly. It's a fly ball to center, but it's caught by the center fielder, Isbell. He just did not get under it. That was a pitch that he could hit, and they did not get it. But to get back to what you said, Ed, the Chiefs, I mean, it depends. If they're willing to spend capital, they'll do it, but it's going to be interesting because I'm wondering how likely that is. I mean, if Rashee Rice is badly injured, they might, but the Raiders also aren't going to want to trade with the Chiefs because they're in the same division. Exactly. That's the thing. It's possible, but it's just not happening. They won't trade within the division. I was just going to get to what you and Fossey said. They're just not going to trade within the division. It's just such a risky notion for the Raiders who actually want to be competitive again, thanks to Antonio Pierce, but it'll be interesting. All right. One man on base, Kierstad up to bat. 2 outs, 1 man on, go ahead, run at home. Here we go. Kierstad up to bat. Ursig from the windup. He deals. It's a swing and a miss on a slider. That is a great pitch. It looked a little scary for Ursig for a minute, but yeah. Steelers should be front runner for DA. They need help at. Yeah, they would probably be a team that would be very inclined to go talk about it. I don't know if they're going to do it because the Steelers always seem to drag their feet on these things, but they would be a team that should be inclined to ask for Devontae Adams. The Jets, the Bills, and our friends in Pittsburgh are going to be inclined to ask about Devontae. But back to the game. Kierstad, 0-2 count. 2 outs, 1 man on. Ursig has been pitching well this inning. It's going to be up and in. It's up and in. Oh, he shot it. He tried to shoot it down the line. It was tried to oppo it. He's trying to pull it and get it out. I mean, the Ravens would be intriguing. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they do have receivers, but I'm wondering, are they going to be able to spend capital? And also the Chiefs are going to have to face – oh, no, sorry, that's the Chiefs. I'm speaking wrong. The Raiders. It's possible. It's certainly possible. I mean, again, it's basically sweepstakes at this point. I think a lot of teams are going to be willing to do it. The Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, and the Steelers. There's just a lot of teams that are willing to pay. But here we go. 0-2 count. Kierstad deals from Ursig. It's in the dirt. It's a great slider. Just did not swing. All right. Oh man, I'm hoping they can pull off something crazy. I want to see a walk-off. That was a great pitch too, and a great block from Salvador Perez. All right, Ursig deals. Oh, it's a bad one. Our team definitely has the cap space. How crazy if we trade Ayuk for DA in a second or a third? I mean, it just feels strange because we could do that. I mean, that would move cap space open if we gave him. I mean, we're basically giving them a longer term receiver, and Devontae Adams is not a rental, but he's certainly a shorter term contract, and he'd be good here. And that's it. The Ursig strikes out Kierstead, and the Royals have won the game in Baltimore. What a shutout. Cole Ragans pitches like an absolute badass in his first playoff game. Great game from him. But sorry, to talk about that, it's possible. I mean, we give him Devontae Adams. We're basically saying, hey, you can I forgot. Can DA run block? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know about that part. That is one thing that every receiver basically needs to do. I mean, we know Brandon can do that. Yeah, Brandon's off to a slow start, and we can give him crap for that. But he is a good run blocker. So is Debo and George. It's just a big question. Like, can he run block? I mean, I'd have to check the film. I mean, I think he's probably decent at it. I mean, veterans usually get to be better at that as time goes on. But he's good. I mean, he's the perfect Kyle Shanahan player. He's a good yak guy. He can run good routes. He's smart. He understands what he's doing. I mean, if we traded for him, it could be really fun. I would like having DA on the team. I don't know if we can do that because there are going to be a lot of teams gunning who might have something better to offer for Devontae Adams. I mean, we trade Brandon and like a second or a third. That would be probably a good package. But I'm not sure how inclined the Raiders would be knowing them. But we'll have to see. Anyway, we move over to Milwaukee and New York as is top of the fourth. Mets 6, Milwaukee 2. Sorry, Mets have 3. The Milwaukee Brewers have 2. We have Mark Vientos up in the box right now. He's had a great season. I mean, they have been really good. I mean, true Raiders probably prefer picks. Yeah, they would like picks for sure. I mean, the Raiders are in a different era now. I mean, they're trying to be serious with Antonio Pierce instead of hiring the cancer that is Josh McDaniels. They're probably going to do that. If DA goes to the Rams, though, I'm going to be super mad. Like, they can't keep getting away with this, man. They can't. But yeah. Anyway, back to the game. Peralta, slider in the dirt. I mean, yeah, the pitching for today for the Mets and the Brewers has been really bad. I mean, has not been great. All right, Vientos swings hard on a changeup, and he's been struck out. Great strikeout from Freddie Peralta. But yeah, a lot of these games have been low scoring so far. Not a lot of them high scoring. The Mets and the Brewers have an opportunity to make a high scoring game that's a little more entertaining. But yeah, this is going to be a very close game. Did you hear that Pierce liked DA's tweet about playing the Raiders' last name? Not professional. Listen, I really like Antonio Pierce. I think he's actually one of those guys who's a player's coach. I mean, I get it's not professional in a lot of ways, but you know, everybody in that locker room at the Raiders loves Antonio Pierce because Pierce is their coach. He'll support them no matter what. No matter what Devontae Adams decides to do, he's going to support him. And I get it. It's not necessarily professional to do that, but I do like Antonio Pierce. I really like him. Who the heck is Singletary? Because I am not aware of this person's name. Very sorry. Jesse Winker has been having a really good day. All right. Peralta deals. That's a great pitch. That could have been a strike. Oh, Mike Singletary? Hold on. Let me just Google him really quick. I know that name. Was he that where was he at? Oh, he was our head coach. I mean, yeah, I get that. No, I get it. It's just I am younger. No, I get that it's not necessarily professional. I appreciate it when a coach is actually with his players than he is more with like the front office and the media. I mean, he's a good coach. I like him. It's just, it's a new era for the Raiders right now, and they're trying to figure some new stuff out. I mean, Antonio Pierce has done a good job with a lot of things. It's just really tough for the guy because as good as he is, there's just so much that isn't going his way. It's just, the offense isn't going the way he expected. His defense is doing well, but Max Crosby has been surprisingly sluggish. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But yeah, all right. I mean, 2 games have wrapped up so far between the Tigers and the Astros and the Royals and the Orioles. The 2 bigger teams got upset today. The Royals and the Tigers have won. Cole Ragans and Tarek Skubal pitch absolutely fantastic. And we have to wait for the Mets and the Brewers. That's going to be an interesting game as well. But yeah, man, I am enjoying the postseason so far. It's going to be great. Oh my gosh. It's been a great postseason so far. I mean, we've had 2 good games. They weren't even like bad games just because they were low scoring. They were like fantastically like close. I mean, Corbin Burns today, I feel a little bad for him because he basically got no run support. I mean, he had a good game. A game where you only allow 5 hits, 1 earned run, get 1 walk, and 3 Ks. That's usually celebrated, but just no run support from his teammates. Like, they hit 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position, and they didn't even get a run home. That's bad, man. How the heck do you let that happen? Bobby Wood Jr. clutched up for his team once again. Great game for the young guy. I mean, he's been great this year. I mean, Bobby is just – that guy is such a great young star. I like him. Carter, what made you a fan of all these teams behind you? For the Giants, I was a massive fan of Buster and those Dynasty Years teams. I love that team. I loved watching him with Buster. I love watching Tim Lincecum. When I was younger, I watched those games. I loved those teams. They were just so fun, and I enjoyed like those moments of those World Series ones. For the Warriors, my dad introduced me to them. I watched them a lot too. It was like when I was like 13 when I started first watching them. They were, Matt Cain was a great player. I really liked Matt Cain. He was Mr. Consistent for this team always. But yeah, the Warriors, they were a team I got into because of Steph and my dad. I just love the excitement of those games. It was chaotic. It was fun. There was just so much about it that I loved. And for the 49ers, I really liked watching them when I was a little younger, when Harbaugh was the coach. Then it got interesting for me again when Shanahan came along and started coaching the team. I always enjoyed that. And, that's basically how I got into all those teams. But yeah, how much clout does Posey have with Corbin Burns? He might have idolized Posey. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Posey, everyone loves Posey. As there is a hit in the right field. Sal Frelick is going to try and go for 2 because he's fast. Throw by Marte, but it's not in time. Sal Frelick gets a leadoff double against Luis Severino. But yeah. Burnsy, I think that Burns, he might have. Let me just look. Corbin Burns. Where did he grow up? I mean, Bakersfield. It's possible. I mean, if you're born in Bakersfield, you might have grown up idolizing Buster. I mean, Buster is one of those guys that everybody in California, like near the Bay, grew up idolizing and loving. I mean, he was great. But yeah, I think that with that, I think it's possible. But again, I explained this a couple different times on Giant Sports Talk Live and here. The Orioles are starting to become a more serious team. And because of that, I think that they are going to be serious about trying to pay pitchers and pay like really good players. And I'm wondering how much that's going to be, because with the new ownership after they got rid of Peter Angelos, they are probably going to try to pay as much money to Corbin Burns as possible. And considering how well Corbin Burns did this year and the run support that he has, when he does get run support, he can do really well there. But I think that we need to go take a shot at him because he would be good. Hold on, let me just turn on a light. Anyway, yeah, I mean, all right, 1-2 count. Ortiz up against Severino, but he gets struck out on a pitch right down the middle. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see, obviously. I mean, this offseason will tell you a lot about how this thing is going to go, but I like the odds that this team's going to be good, I think. I think we're going to be able to get a couple good free agents. I think Fried is another guy that we could really go get. Burns is an option. Adames. I mean, obviously we've heard Eric talk about Soto so much, and I really like that idea. I'm just not sure how possible it is. I definitely think, considering what's going on, it's possible, but I'm happy to see this team be serious again. You know? As long as this team is serious again, we can be better than what we are right now. You know? Like, we just need to, I think, in my opinion, this offseason, we need to try and create better expectations. We can't be thinking World Series or bust. I think we just need to be thinking about the future and trying to build this team up. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that we have a shot at doing that. Never mind, Burns is an Angels fan. I mean, he's not going to go to the Angels, that's for sure. But yeah, we certainly have a chance. Yeah. All right. Okay, Severino up against Bryce Terang. It is a 0-2 count with a man on second. We have Terang up. He's hit 2 for 2. He's been fantastic today. Severino in the windup, checks back, he deals. It's a cutter running in on the hands. Great pitch. Man, it has been a great postseason so far. All right, 4-seam fastball up. Good pitch from Severino. Yeah, it's going to be a close game. I'm not sure pitching is going to do it. It's going to be clutch hitting. All right, Tigers, Royals, Orioles. It's close right now. Braves and the Padres play later. Yeah, it's going to be great. Severino misses badly on a changeup. All right, it's a 1-2 count. Trig. Sorry. So tired. All right. Chain sweeper in the dirt. It's a 2-2 count. Francisco Alvarez trying to get Severino back on his feet. In general, the pitching today between Peralta and Severino has not been great. All right. Severino in the stretch. All right, he deals. It is a 99-mile-per-hour fastball fouled off. Great pitch. So sorry. I mean, it's been a great day so far for postseason baseball. I mean, it's been chaotic. MLB Trade Rumors has 2024, 2025 upcoming free agents. We should look and see who we want. I mean, yeah, hold on. Let me talk about that in a minute. All right. We have an infield hit by Bryce Terang. Yeah. Upcoming free agents. I mean, yeah, I have a list here of people that we might want. Soto, Adames, Gleyber Torres, maybe. Corbin Burns, Max Fried, Bieber, Montgomery, Kikuchi. There's a lot of good players out there that are going into free agency. Nothing, good pitchers, not a lot of great position players, which is something we definitely need. Kim is good. I will say Kim is good. The thing is, though, he just got shoulder surgery, and that might take him out for next season too. So that's going to be a problem. All right, swing and a miss by Chourio. It's an 0-1 count. That does make him cheaper, and I can say the same for Bieber and Montgomery. It's just a little risky in my opinion because we did that with Farhan, and look where it ended us up. Oh, base hit by Chourio. He's going home. The center fielder bobbles it, and there goes Chourio. He is at second, while Terang sprints to third. Frelick manages to get home. Great hit from Chourio. It is a tie game in Milwaukee. 3-3. Man, I can't stop watching, man. It's been great so far. I'm going to watch after we do this too. But yeah. Walker Buehler is coming off an injury-plagued season. I would like to try and make him our next Gosman or Rodon. I don't know. I don't think – the thing is about Buehler too, he's a Dodger. And it's not a bad idea to go get a good player, but the problem with going to get Buehler is that he is a Dodgers farm guy. He's done it for a long time. The Dodgers might just want to bring him back purely because he's a Dodger. I mean, I don't know. It's possible. But again, like, he's loyal to the Dodgers. I don't know. I don't really see a reason why he'd leave now. He's a great player, but I'm not sure if we should really push so hard for a guy that's probably going to stay in Los Angeles. It's not a bad idea. I just think that's got a little drawback. All right, Contreras up to bat. He has a single and an RBI. He's had a great regular season, and he's about to try and have a good postseason. He tries to swing, and it's a check swing call. Contreras definitely tried to swing at that. It was a little iffy maybe, but sometimes shit just happens. But yeah. All right. Contreras fouls off a sweeper. It's 0-2, but it's way deep in a foul territory. All right. Let's see. All right. 0-2. Severino deals to Contreras. From the windup, he deals. It's a good sweeper, but he doesn't swing at it. Thoughts on having these playoff games so early? Hard to have the people watch it live. I mean, yeah. I mean, the MLB, I don't know what it is. There's just so many games that are needed to be played, and it's difficult to have it all at prime time because they want people to be able to watch all the games, but they are spreading it out because they want to have, I don't know, it's not about having certain games at prime time, but it's about trying to make sure people can watch all the games, and you can't always have it at prime time. And that's just a bit of a difficulty. I think that I don't really have a solution. I don't think with the amount of games being played that we can simply all put it in one place. I don't think spreading it out would be good in particular, because we would be you would have to wait so long for the World Series. And I get having these games, especially wild card games in particular. Wild card games, I think you need to play quickly and then go to the NLDS, the ALCS. But yeah. Solution, having a multi-box like what the NFL does. I have that on YouTube TV, so definitely possible. Man, Milwaukee is ahead 4-3 after an RBI single in the infield. Mitchell hits a liner, but it's caught by left fielder Marte. 4-3, but the damage has already been done. Severino has been getting shelled. It's been a tough day for the Mets pitching. Shurio has been having a fantastic day coming into the postseason, though. He's coming into his own. He's playing great. Him, Terang, Contreras have been playing great today. They've been fantastic. Hoskins got an RBI. So did Frelick. Good days all around for the Mets, for the Brewers. I still think the Mets are going to win, though, but we'll see. Churio's 20. He's like 21. He's a young guy he came from Venezuela, and he's been great. I mean, he's fantastic. He's a great player. He's been lighting it up this postseason so far. I mean, yeah, it's one game, but he's been great. I like him. I like how he's played. I mean, there's few guys who can play like this guy. I mean, he's got a great glove. He can hit the ball very well. He's got home runs. He can steal bags. He's great, man. I like him. I like his style. I think he's got everything that it takes to be one of the best players in baseball, especially considering that the Brewers have him for a long term too. We'll see. Detroit, Kansas City, New York. Yep. Yeah, other than Jesse Winker and Marte, the Mets haven't played great today. Lindor, Iglesias, and Nimmo have not played well so far. Vientos played well. He's playing well. Yeah, the pitching has not been great either. Sorry. So sorry. Based on free agents, I really want Bellinger. I don't know about Bellinger. He's old. He's like 30-something. Give me a second. I'm just going to get his baseball reference or something like that. I mean, yeah, he's 29. That's not bad, but he hasn't been having a great year. He's hitting 266, 325 OBP. He's got 426 slugging, 751 OPS. He hasn't been bad, but then you look at last year, you look at this year, and you're like, really? He hasn't been playing that well. He's got decent fielding, and he's not slow either, but I don't know. And he can play different positions, but I'm skeptical of him as a player, especially since he played for the Dodgers. I don't know. He's the only free agent that's younger. That's fair. It's just like, I wouldn't want to waste my time on getting somebody like him. And besides, we wouldn't be able to give him the place he wants. As Marte hits a line drive, but it's caught over the wall by Shurio. What a badass play from Jackson Shurio. It almost went over the wall from Marte on a great hit. He had everything lined up, but Shurio jumps over the wall and robs him blind. Let me just see that again. Shurio. That was a great catch. Fantastic. But no, I get it. He's really playing playoff MVP right now. But yeah, I know that Bellinger isn't old, but if I was going to do one of two things, I would rather spend my money on like better pitching. And besides, we can't give him any of the positions that he would want. Yeah, we can give him right field, but again, he's older. And I would prefer to have Soto there. Again, Soto is a massive if. But we can't give him first base either when he's tired some days. We can give him DH, but I'm sure we'd want to give it to somebody else. Along with that, I'd rather pay pitchers like Fried and, Snell, or even a guy like Burns, obviously. All of those guys I would personally prefer. I'd rather go hunting for good pitching and try and see if we can get Soto, but again, we'll have to see. I do think Bellinger's a decent player, but he's also a massive playoff choker, so I don't know. It's not like we're going to the playoffs yet, but we need guys who can hit in the clutch. I want Montgomery on a cheap deal, dude eats innings. Yeah. I mean, Montgomery would be cheaper. This year has been a bad year. We could give him a prove it deal and say, hey, we can give you like a couple years. And Shurio makes a bad play on the ball after and Taylor manages to coast into second. He might go to third, actually. No, he stays in second. Good play. He definitely tried to make a good play. It was just a little above his head. He might have been able to just cut it off, but he shot it in the left. Shurio almost makes a good play. It gets on his glove. It just bounces off. But as for Montgomery, like you said, he's a good player. And we could give him a prove it deal and saying, hey, you had a bad season last year. Let's prove to everybody that you still got it. and then we could try and re-sign him to a better deal. I mean, I don't really want to do the Farhan thing where we pay pitchers like only like a couple. Francisco Lindor hits it into left, and Churio picks up another fly ball. There's no tag, and they keep him at second base. I mean, yeah, Montgomery, I like the idea. It's a good idea. You give a situational left. I mean, he's a finesse lefty. I mean, again, he's one of those guys that he would not be my first choice, but he's got good enough ability. I've watched a couple of his clips last year, how well he played. I mean, if we can get him back to that, it would certainly be worth it. Not really. Let me just get his stats from last year. Jordan Montgomery's average fastball was 91.8 miles per hour. His four seam was 92.1. It's not like it's slow, but for a standard pitcher nowadays, that's much slower than you would want him to be. I mean, yeah, 92.7, 93.2. Most pitchers are throwing like 90, 94, 95 on average. It's not bad, but he doesn't throw as hard as like Zilla or, obviously Corbin Burns or like Max Fried even. But he would be possible, especially if it was like really cheap. Like if we're talking like $10 million for a year of him, I would take it. Why not? It's not like he's going to Boris client us and just like ask for like so much money. It's insane. But yeah, it's not unreasonable. We could definitely try that. 3-1 count to Lindor. Great take. And we have another walk. Iglesias will come up to the plate. I mean, yeah, just they took Peralta out of this game pretty early. I'm guessing because they don't want to take too many risks right now. I mean, Peralta got beat up a little bit by the Mets. But yeah, Jose Iglesias up to bat. He's had a great year, Jose Iglesias. And it's a base hit. No, it's not. It is. Oh, it's a slide to the plate. He's safe. It's off the bag. Run scores. It is a tied game from Iglesias after an infield single that ate up the first baseman. Taylor gets home. What a play from Jose Iglesias. Great play. But Rhys Hoskins just got ate up on a hit. It's a great hit, but he got ate up, and he had to try and make a play quick to the reliever. But he manages to get safe. Let me just check. So throw it there. He slides. Yup, he's safe. He is miles safe. Great play from Iglesias, sliding into first, taking a risk. Great play. He's safe. And we are looking at a bit of a weird situation because their bullpen is going to be taxed. Iglesias plays great today. I mean, that is just very close in my opinion. It's 4-4 today, top of the fifth, 2 outs. Sorry, y'all. Just something going outside my window. All right. I'm going to go in 1 minute. Does anybody have anything that we might need to talk about? Because I'm about to go in like a minute because I'm going to just chill a little bit. I'm going to have some dinner, talk to some people. But yeah, I'm getting tired, y'all. Man, it's good to be around you guys, though. Listen to you guys talk, from Ed to Fozzie to all these guys like that are here, even Chardol and Morkatna. It's just good to have you guys here and just listen to you guys talk because it makes it easier for me to do my job. It's just listening to you guys and talking about what's going on my end. But yeah, it's always good to have you guys here. It's always good to be here. I love doing this. Go check out Eric and Glenn on Giant Sports Talk Live later. And thank you, Morkatna. I really appreciate it. And watch this show. Watch the late night show. I mean, it's always great to have you guys here. But, hey, y'all. Got to go. It's good being with you guys. Peace.
You've been watching the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.